one.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock with me, FoxyNoTail, here outside of my castle, and I've done quite a few live streams since the last episode. We've had a little bit of a break from recording TB, you may have noticed, and as a result we've gathered quite a lot of junk, and we've been building on the inside of the castle. If we take a quick fly around and have a look at the top, you'll see the roof is completely filled in, although looking a little bit boring. It needs some work doing on that to make it look a little bit more interesting. But if we go on the inside of the castle now, we have started working on here. And it is very much a work in progress with lots of things still need doing. We're working on ideas for the interior wall designs, looking at putting these pillars into the next levels, and we've got some staircases and things coming through as well. All in all, it looks pretty good, but that's not all I've been doing. Flying down to the beach area will bring the hotel into view, and that is pretty much 100% complete at this point. It's certainly at the point that I am the most happy with it. I haven't done anything on the roof yet, but to be honest with you, I don't really think it needs anything on the roof. It speaks for itself on the other levels. Using RTX mode really does help bring this all to life. It looks pretty good, if I don't mind saying so myself, and I'm really happy with how this has all come out. The latest additions are the dining room, and we've gone for a relatively simple design in here in terms of the table and chairs, but the things I like the most are the way we've used some of the mini blocks here. We've got some mugs in front of this coffee machine, which really do look like little mugs. In fact, they are Vindicator and Pillager heads that are upside down, facing the wrong way round. We've got this buffet area here, which is keeping all of this meat nice and warm, and with the RTX glow on there, it really does look like a hot surface that is keeping that meat warm. If we turn to our left, you will see we have our, continental breakfast area, where you would get your bread and your cereal and your milk and tea and coffee and stuff like that. So all of that looks pretty nice as well. All in all, I really like this area. I think it's come out absolutely brilliantly, better than I could have expected, and I think pretty much we can tick this all off as pretty much completely done. The kitchen has also been done. We've got some hanging vines down here, kind of making it look like we've got, some sort of food preparation thing going on here. We've got a nice oven area with some extractor fans. Again, we've used the upside down pillager heads there to make it look like cups, a couple of sinks, and basically I think it comes out really nice. I think this makes quite a nice looking kitchen, and with the shininess of the polished andesite blocks there, it really does kind of have that stainless steel clean kitchen vibe. So yeah, another nice room. If you haven't already seen the gardens on the outside, we've got a really lovely eating area here that looks very nice at night time. And during the day is probably the best time to have a look at the little bit of the rough terrain I've done on the outside of the hotel. And the reason for this is I kind of wanted the sides of it to look a little bit wild, a little bit sort of blended in, so it wasn't just flat and boring. And I think that's come out pretty well. Taking a stroll down the promenade really does remind me of a summer holiday, and as we get to the other side, you'll see I've done a little bit of rough work over here as well in terms of bringing that all to life as well. All in all, I'm really, really impressed with this build. I'm really happy with how it's come out, and I have plans for another one that's going to be going right next to it in today's video. But not another hotel. In fact, this time we're going to be going for a restaurant. I do have to say this entire area is looking absolutely fantastic now. It really is a tribute to the other players that play on Truly Bedrock. And speaking of other players, we've now got a couple more members as well that you might not be aware of. You'll have to check out the Truly Bedrock Discord for the details on that though. For now though, I would like to say because we do so much work during live streams and things like that, it probably is a good idea for you to follow me on Twitch if you want to catch up with those things. We have an absolutely great time during the live streams. I do face cam on there now as well, so you get to see my face. And yeah, all in all, it's just really good fun. So make sure you follow me on Twitch if you want to catch up with that. And if you can't catch them live, I do host all of the videos on my second channel that you can watch afterwards. Before we do anything though, I'd like to come back to my project board and check out a few of the things that have changed. You can see that we have ticked off the hotel in green now to say that that's done, and we have added restaurant to the end there, We've also made the build for the castle green and turned interior to orange because we've started working on that. I've also added another sign at the top there saying main room connection for the nether, because there's one more bit of our nether tunnel that's just not finished. And that is this area at the end here, which connects our main room to basically the beach area tunnel, and also the tunnel that takes us to the concrete farm and slacks area as well. So yeah, we've got this sort of netherracky horrible bit to sort out here as well at some point. For now, though, I'm going to be heading back to the beach area so that we can get started on our restaurants, which means I've actually got to head back to the castle area to gather all of the resources. Because at the moment, my sorting system is horrendous. I've got bits of junk in all of these different boxes kicking about. I'm not sure what I've got and what I don't have, so I should probably spend a little bit of time maybe just getting a little bit sorted out with all of this junk before I start taking on other projects. Well, I think I've done a reasonably good job of tidying all that up. Everything is now organised, sort of, a bit, kind of, maybe. It's better than it was, basically, and we now have a whole bunch more spare shulker boxes as well, which we didn't have, so everything has been organised into the right places. The things that go in my ender chest are back in there. We've got a couple of boxes that don't really make much sense and some prismarine stuff over there that we don't need. So we're good to go. Let's go grab a load of these and take it over to our restaurant area. And yes, there's still a reasonable amount of junk in there that we don't actually need at this moment in time, but that's fine. So in terms of inspiration, I want to build an open front restaurant, a little bit like what you see here. Now, I've done a quick Google search to try and find something. This is the closest thing I can come up with for a very quick search. And the idea is basically you've got table and chairs on the outside, as well as table and chairs on the inside. And then right at the back, you've got your cooking area and things like that. So that's kind of the plan. And no, we're not going for a pizza restaurant. But yeah, that's the plan. So I guess we should probably get building. So I thought maybe we should come over to my creative test world and build something in creative first so that we can get an idea for what blocks we need and the sort of layout that we're going to require. But then I thought, you know what? Let's just wing it. We can do this. How hard could it be? So I've started with the outside area with some tables and chairs, and it's a bit of a hodgepodge as you would expect it to be, but I don't want to use the oak stairs for the chairs. I actually want to use some jungle wood because I think that's going to look better. And you can see I've also done like the hard standing that the restaurant would stand on, and I've done it as a bit of a hodgepodge of different greys because generally speaking, they're not ever so well decorated, the floors. They tend to be a mix of concrete and tiles, but the tiles are obviously quite badly worn over time due to the amount of people shuffling about on their chairs. So that's the reason we've gone for that sort of design, and I've tried to blend it in a little bit with the path there. But I now need to go and find some jungle wood. Oh, geez. And looking right behind me, I can see quite a lot, but I don't think I can steal that jungle wood. So I'm going to go on a little bit of a journey. And that journey brings me over here to a jungle which used to belong to Dan Robs Probs, who no longer plays on Truly Bedrock. And I thought, well, if he's not here, he won't mind me coming and stripping just a couple of trees. I don't need too much, but I will take myself right to the edge, out of the way, so it's not going to affect anything in the main part of the jungle. So yeah, I'm gonna tear down a few of these jungle trees, hope that no one minds. I'm technically outside the world border here anyway, at 4,000 blocks out, so I think should be absolutely fine. Well, I got myself 3.5 stacks of jungle logs now, and I found myself a little parrot friend here. I haven't tried to tame him yet. I don't think... Oh, it doesn't appear particularly keen. I thought he might be interested in these seeds, but apparently not. He's getting himself all kind of confused. No, he doesn't want to be my friend at all. That's absolutely fine, Mr. Parrot. I'm going to leave you alone now and go back home. Yep, I think those jungle chairs look a million times better than the oak ones, so now we can start looking at the actual shape and size of this entire building. I have no brick left. I wanted to use some brick in this build. Not much, though, just a little bit. So now I think we're going to be going on a brick gathering mission, or at least a clay gathering mission. And for that, I'm going to use Foxy's trusted clay shovel because it's good for getting clay balls. Oh, jeez. And here we are back at the Lakes of Mini Clay, which is not too far from my industrial area. It's where I normally come to gather my clay, and I don't mind making a big mess of this area because there's no one beyond those borders. There you can see it's just over there. My castle's just in that direction for reference as well. Hey, while I'm over here gathering clay, have any of you guys ever played Stardew Valley, or have you ever even heard of it? It's quite a nice little game. If you're not already aware, I actually play that over on my second channel. You know, the one where I put my Twitch live stream uploads? Yeah, on that channel, I've got a whole playthrough on it. I think we're currently on about episode 18 or 19 as this video comes out. So, yeah, definitely go check it out if you haven't already, because it's quite a fun series. And there we go, I think that's plenty of clay balls to be getting on with. Now I need to just get all of these smelted into tasty bricks so I can make some tasty brick blocks. How hard could it be? I bet I've already got loads of bricks. I built loads of things out of bricks. Let me just come and check some of these things. I've always got boxes of stuff that I forget about. I bet there's some in here somewhere. There's one brick! I knew it! Oh no, look, more brick stuff. Jeez, I knew there was brick stuff. And, oh no, yeah, more brick. Oh, jeez. I'm so dumb. Amazing smelterator, do your thing. Send that minecart chest off to get many smeltings going on and bring me lots of nice, tasty cooked items out of the other end. We really need to refuel this thing. I don't think there's much fuel in it at all. I'll be amazed if we get much out of this, to be honest with you. Oh, I can hear things going on. I can hear noises of clickings. Must mean things are being processed. There we go. There we go. We're getting bricks out. So we do have some fuel in this thing at least. Some more than others, it would seem. That's actually got a backlog of fuel to go into it. This one has nothing at all. For some reason, that one's not getting any fuel. So I'm going to give that one a bit of coal. There we go. And those clay balls can get smelted. I wonder if that's the same on any of these other ones. No, it seemed to be just that one. That's good news. Now, occasionally in this thing, because, you know, Bedrock Edition Redstone's really reliable and all that, we do end up getting some things caught up in some of these droppers and hoppers and whatnot. So I'm going to keep my eye on those, make sure everything is making its way up into the box upstairs. Well, I'm pretty sure I put more than that in there, but the system has stopped, so I'm going to take what I can get back out of this, and I'm going to go and make ourselves some bricks and get cracking. And just a little bit of a while later and messing around with a few different designs, you can kind of see what we're going for here. We've got a lot of tables and chairs, relatively hodgepodge, but not too disorganized. And then we've got that nice sort of brick section at the back. Almost got a bit of a Moroccan vibe to it with the lamps there and the stripped spruce wood making up those sort of 3D alcoves, making it feel a little bit more interesting. Obviously behind there you'll have all of the kitchen area, maybe the toilets and the bar. And then obviously at the front, we need the canopy to go over the top to cover all of those tables and chairs. As you can see, I've put the canopy over this thing now, and I really like the look of it. I kind of like the colours, although I'm not completely sold on those. But one problem is the tables here at the front should be out in the sun and not underneath the canopy. So the canopy needs pushing about 4 blocks back towards the bricks. However, I do feel from inside of this thing like I have kind of captured the essence of what it's like being inside a restaurant when you're on holiday. So yeah, this is all good. However, what's not good is I realise I keep saying the word holiday and not vacation. Holiday is what we in the UK call a vacation. You in the US call holiday something like Christmas or Easter, the holidays, right? Well, we use any sort of, when we go away, when we go away from home and stay away, even if it's in the same country, it's a holiday to us. So it's the same as vacation if you're confused. So I've made some changes to Giuseppe's place, the soup of the day being chicken and onion. I've done a little bit of work. I've changed the colour scheme. We've pushed back the little overhanging bit back so that these tables at the front stick out a little bit. We've got a lot of lanterns going on inside, bringing a lot of light. And as you can see at the back there, I've actually got a couple of little aquariums in the alcoves instead of just brick, because I thought that would be more interesting, especially if we could get a few fish in there and make it look a bit more interesting. We've still got absolutely nothing out the back as yet, so still a lot of work to do there. But I'm having a little bit of a problem catching fish. Now, it could well be me just being an idiot or just doing something wrong, but I was on the assumption that you could go underwater. I've done this before, I'm sure I have. You can find yourself a fish when they spawn in. There was loads of them here a minute ago. There we go. We've got some cod there. And you could capture them in a bucket. Now, the thing is, I got that one there, But you're supposed to do it with a full bucket of water, aren't you? But you can't do it with a full bucket of water. You can only do it with an empty bucket, which is, yeah, now I've got a full one. I can't capture it. If I manage to pour that full bucket away, which I can't do while I'm in the water, then I can get the fish. That just seems wrong. So there we go. I pour that water back away now that I'm on land. And if I have another go at this, and bear in mind it would be nice to have tropical fish, but we're not in a tropical fish area. If I get this fish now, goes in the bucket. How stupid is that? It's ridiculous. Come here, fish. Get in the bucket. And you. Oh, missed. Oh, now I've got water I don't want. Jeez. I've got to get out just to put the water away. And there we go. With a little bit of jiggery-pokery, we now have a salmon and a cod in each one. The salmon does look a little bit large for the tank. But if we go over here, we can see we've got the same thing there. That salmon looks like it can fit a little bit better. I've also got some coral in that one as well. Nice. Right. Now I need to actually get this thing finished off. I think it might be time for an update. I've spent quite a long time on this so far, and you might not immediately notice a great deal of difference. If we walk to the back of the restaurant now, you'll see there is a kitchen area, an open kitchen as well, so you can see what's going on inside there. We've also got this sort of area here that you can walk through to two different places. So if we go through on the right-hand side, you actually get to where the staff will go into the kitchen. We've got a couple of coat hooks here. And as we go into the kitchen, we've got an oven with an extractor fan. We've got some, well, basically shelving and sideboards. We've got a cauldron for a sink. We've got some place for the storage of the food. And at the front here, we've got chopping boards where the chefs would be busy chopping whatever it is they're cooking and putting it out there for the waiters to come and collect. So that's on one side. On the other side, the area is not quite as nice. The other side is the toilet. And as you may well know, if you've been on holiday, holiday toilets are never quite what you want them to be. So we've got this horrible little, very, very close quarters toilet here. It's actually quite difficult to get in the door. You have to sort of come in a bit and open the door, and you've got this cauldron toilet there. Very similar thing on this side, but this one's even smaller. There we go. Yeah, so we've got toilets now. So the people at the hotel will have to come to the restaurant to go to the toilet there. So yeah, it's all coming together quite nicely. I need some more andesite to finish off the roof because I'm completely out of andesite now. But other than that, I think we're just about there. The other thing that I haven't done is actually done any terraforming around the outside of this thing yet. As you can see, most of it is still floating. But I really like what I've done so far. It's RTX time, which can only mean one thing. That's right, it's finished, and I'm not even joking this time. I am pretty much 100% done with it. I need to put a sign above the top up there, but I can do that another time. But yeah, going into this thing in RTX has a completely different vibe and aesthetic. It feels very, very cozy, very, very warm, and yeah, I really love the feel of this place, and RTX in general just looks amazing. Let's check out our fishes with RTX. Of course, we won't be able to because we didn't put any light inside of the fish tank. So maybe we should do something about that. Going in behind this place, though, is really dark. We might need a couple of lamps or torches in here as well, just to brighten that up. But I really do like the atmosphere and the kitchen there looking very, very dark and dingy as well. The cloakroom probably should be quite dark and dingy, likewise with the toilet as well, because obviously they're holiday places, they're going to be like that, aren't they? But yeah, maybe not quite so dark and dingy that you can't actually see the toilet. So maybe I should put a few more torches around here. But before I do that, let's just appreciate the view as we look out over the promenade and see the truly bedrock moon rising. Oh, I love it. This atmosphere is absolutely wonderful. I wish I could come and eat my dinner here, mate. Yeah, absolutely 100% in love with another one of my builds. I feel like I'm doing a good job at the moment. I feel like things are really starting to come together the way I expect. Well, not the way I expected them to, the way I really wanted them to. So yeah, over the moon with this build, but we do need a little bit more light on the inside. Well, adding sea lanterns in for the fish really didn't do that much for us at all, and it actually ruined the vibe we've got in the room behind here. We've now got a few more lanterns in here, brightening it up a little bit. We've also got some sea lanterns in the kitchen, adding that blue light and making it feel a little bit cleaner and a little bit brighter compared to everything else. Around here now, we've got another lantern on the wall over here, just giving it a little bit more of a warm glow in here. And the same in there, we've added another lantern so the cloakroom's not too dark. Likewise over at the toilet, although we haven't added another one on here just yet. But yeah, like I was saying, at the toilet, we've also got a couple of lanterns in here, just brightening things up enough for you to be able to use the toilet without making too much of a mess, mate. So yeah, other than the fishes, I'm very happy with all of the lighting in here now. But I think maybe we could get some lights in above the fish tanks without ruining everything else too much. Okay, we've now got sea lanterns above the water and the glass, and now you can see in there, and it is very atmospheric. It's very dark still, but it kind of works, although that does add an awful lot of light around the top there. But I think that's okay. I think we get away with it. So I just need to do it up on that side as well now. But before I do that, check out the sunrise as the sun comes over horizon while we're at the restaurant. It looks amazing. I love it. And there we go. The other side is now done as well, and it is daytime, and I think it looks even more amazing during the day. Check this place out. I'm really, really, really happy with it. I'm over the moon with this build. Hooray! Good job done. Ooh, now it's raining. But on that note, that probably means it's a very good idea for me to tidy up all of this horrendous mess that I've made and end the episode there, because I think we've achieved pretty much everything we set out to achieve. I do just want to see this thing one more time at night, though, because it looks so good. I'm so happy with it. I'm so over the moon with how this thing has come out. Yeah, very, very good job. Well done. Let's get finished off and tidied up. And there we go. Other than that chest that's got a few bits and bobs in it that I can collect later, everything is tidied up. I've got some sugar boxes to take back to the castle so we can carry on building over there. And here's one last look at this before we go. Thanks for watching, peeps. See you later. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you want more FoxyNoTail content. You can subscribe by pressing the little circle down there, and you can also subscribe to my second channel to get those Stardew Valley episodes and those VODs of my live stream. Thanks for watching. Bye.